To the audience, I have already introduced you, but I'm going to keep you the same screen once again for the benefit of everybody. And so here it is. That is about your introduction.
Yes, I confirm it's me.
Yes, and you look exactly the same way as you look in your picture, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So he's to the audience. The message is now. This is about France, and we're going to discuss in next few minutes about France. He's, as I said, he carries his doctorate in various different disciplines and master's degrees too. He's authored and co-authored so many publications, 30 of them, probably even more by now. And he's a member of International Emergency Management Society and involved in various different interventions in France, Europe, and rest of the world. Very short and quick presentation for him. The introduction for him. And I'm going to remove this sharing, and I'm going to talk to him. Well, a slight difference in the way we are carrying on with Professor Gillies. We're going to talk to him directly instead of sharing a presentation. He carries certain presentation, some slides about the college that he belongs to, the school that he belongs to. But we're going to discuss directly about France as a study abroad location post-pandemic. Over to you, sir.
Post-pandemic situation is going to
the most lively question nowadays in everybody's mind.
Yes,
so how does it look like for you, sir?
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Mr. Rajiv. Thank you, the audience, for being there. It's a great honor. It's a great pleasure to discuss with you again. Concerning the post-pandemic situation, the situation is getting better and better in France and mainly in Europe. There is no more lockdown at the moment, and the courses are maintained face-to-face. Of course, last year we had a majority of courses that were online, with the students assigned at home at the student residence. But at the moment, and things are getting better with respect to the information we have. So therefore, we plan to have a situation better in the coming intake.
So the hybrid model, the online models continue post-lockdown, or it is still the same?
Now, we plan to have face-to-face courses for the next intake in October, and the majority of universities in France are face-to-face courses.
Face-to-face programs. Excellent. Yeah. That is, I'm sure that's a great news for students and for all of us in the the overseas education space. It'll be nice to hear, nice to see students actually taking the on-campus classes, because it's so wonderful in comparison to sitting at home and attending a class or not being able to see the professor online.
And for the professors also, because we always think about the happiness and the job opportunities and the job employment ratio of the students, that's correct. But let's think about also for the professors, it's much more interesting to deliver a message to, let's say living faces, living people in front of you instead of images or pictures of students.
Exactly.
For yes. The interaction of the course, for the quality of the course, for the quality of the employment afterwards, it's so important to keep. But however, we follow the government instructions. In case of any changes, we will see. But anyway, at the moment, everything is more or less open in France at the moment. So it's more or less okay.
Good news, really, that's a good news. But you just mentioned about certain sectors. Of course, it's, just on a lighter note, it's not too good to see stamp size picture of everybody on screen and, not being able to face them. And probably when they go to the class, you don't even recognize them. They're wearing masks. So I hope those mandates are no longer that much strict, and the travel also opening up gradually from this part of the world.
I agree with you. And if we come back to the job opportunities, the three main sectors, and I can show you some, I can share my screen, but anyway, let's continue the discussion. The three main sectors that are the most important sectors today are the defense sector,
Defense.
Yes, including the nuclear aspect. The defense and nuclear sector remain one of the first sector in Europe and in France. The second sector is artificial intelligence, and informatics science, computer science, that are also very, very demanding sectors. And the third is very important, that's where I'm working, and it is the environmental management, climate change management, disaster management, phase 2 natural hazards. And this is very important to take in consideration due to the fact that the young generation is very careful about this new trend of the evolution in this new era.
No, if you have to subdivide these sectors that you just named between those that come in focus line for the undergraduate versus the master's level. So would you like to mention that what could go in focus line for undergraduate level or beyond, or it's the same?
Rajiv, I think so. It's the same for postgraduate. My university, we are the first network of School of Engineering in France. I repeat the word, we are the first network of School of Engineering in France in terms of number of students, in terms of reputation. And we do consider that engineering sciences are both for undergraduate and graduate sector. It's the same for us.
All right. So if I have to ask you, would you like to show, you were trying to show some hyperlinks. You want me to show that?
I need to show this French sector market. Do you see my screen?
Yes, coming up. Yes, I can see that, sir.
Yes, a few words about finding a job in France, concerning the fact that in France, many of the average working hours is about 40 hours a week. We've got around 40 days of holidays per year. The job market is increasing and the majority is industry. With regard to the tax rate, I don't go down of this, but anyway, at the moment, there is only one type of contract. It's the full-time contract for anybody. No matter if it's a French or Indian student, we have only full-time permanent contract. Of course, there are some full-time fixed-term contract, but anyway, this doesn't exist too much. With regards to employment, there are various information in this website that I sent you, Rajiv, there are many offices and national agencies and also our university that help the student to find a job. And what is the process? Very simple, just like in a country. We are sending CVs, covering letters, and then we have interviews. And this is the same for all the countries. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so this is the end for my sharing. If you want, we can also come back to my presentation in order to let the possibility. I said I need to stop sharing, but I need to do something. I need to stop the sharing.
Yes, you can go to share screen and say stop.
Yes, but how can I do that?
Press escape and then do that, sir.
Yes. Escape. Oh, yes, sorry. I stopped. All right, because I've got two screens.
I can see that.
Okay, so therefore, would you please be so kind to open the PDF I sent you?
Yes, sure. But just one point, or you can answer that later too. What should be the business game plan for the overseas education partners for seeing the current situation in France, returning to normalcy, if I can say?
It's a very relevant question at the moment, Rajiv, because it's not an easy, there is no easy answer to this very relevant question. I think we have to go on three pillars. The first is to be present. The first is to be very active on social media in order to continue the link between the industry and the academy. The work is to maintain the link between the academy and the industry in order to be sure that we are producing students that are able to work immediately, to keep this link very active, first. Second, to continue to develop, as my friend from Canada said previously, France is a very open country where we love this multiculturalism. Interculturalities aspect and features are very important in France, and we want to improve the number of foreign students in order to, yes, to have these interculturalities in big companies. Last but not least is to maintain the activity via webinars, just like you do today. Maintain the link with the students. They are at the heart of the process. So therefore, organizing webinars in order to keep their wish, in order to hear their user requirements, in order to be close to the questions from the family. And this is also part of the system also. These are the three pillars that we want to maintain for the next decade.
All right, let me start sharing the screen for the file that you sent to us.
It's a PDF.
That's right.
Yes, so this is my email address, admission-damage@minds-alles.fr. This is my phone number. This is the postal address, and this is the website. Next, please. Please, next. 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 Yes. So the context, as we said, is a strong demand of interdisciplinary approach from engineering sciences and soft skills. As you said, Rajiv, at the moment, there is a strong demand at the industry of an interdisciplinary approach. Postgraduate and graduate students are very well designed to integrate this multidisciplinary approach. Again, as we said, there is an increased number of disasters, such as natural disasters, oil and gas accidents, and public health issues. So therefore, we started since more or less 10 years to work on this multi-dimension collaboration through this network. Next, please. So what are the main outlines according to your questions? At the moment, the student, after the 2 academic years, the student would be able to critically analyze the different type of the risks and their potential consequences on the environment. Therefore, what are the competences acquired? They will acquire competence in basic engineering and environmental sciences engineering with a particular intention for research applied to industry, economy, and society. Crisis management coordinator, joint response officer in a civil agency or an humanitarian operation at the national level or international level are the competences and the job opportunities. What are the aims of this course? The course is devoted for a Master of Science in Disaster Management. It serves as an interface between 2 fields of applications, the disaster management and the environmental impact assessment. This multidisciplinary approach will allow the students to strengthen their knowledge base on integrating an international dimension of large-scale studies. What is very important is to say that we are 100% in English course on this 2 years program. Next, please. So, in order to go in deep details, I don't want to read the comprehensive description of all the courses, but anyway, this is very important. Keep in mind that we integrate all the dimension of the system of system. Therefore, there are courses that deal with health sciences, medical, disaster medicine, but also the data preparedness, data science, decision-making, communication strategies, digital cartography. So we include this multidisciplinary dimension at the heart of the system. Next. So some data, we've got 4 or 5 years of existence. We take every year around 11 or 12, or we went to 15 students some years, but anyway, it's more or less a low number of students. We want high quality students from various countries. So we keep in mind that this multidisciplinary dimension is very important. We have every year around 100 students that candidates on the platform I will provide you, and we work with mainly the main agents in the world. Next one, please. And I think it's more or less one of the latest. What is the process? The process of this Master of Science is designed in this slide, where we show that we include a number of professors from various countries, such as Holland, Italy, USA, South Africa, elsewhere in the world. We take professors, we pay them travel and subsistence and fees to go to France to deliver their weekly course. We include a lot of industrialists from the French Nuclear Agency to the French petroleum companies such as Total. And then we include also some public health and humanitarian logistics such as Doctors Without Borders. And we have strong partnership with the best academic in the world. Next, please. So therefore, we've got an agenda that is difficult to read, but anyway, that is the purpose. There is a strong agenda to be followed course per course for students. We have a lot of connection. We have professors from Yale, from Texas A&M, from Oregon, from MIT. We've got a lot of professors from USA, from Europe, from USA, from Africa, that are coming, and this agenda you see on your right to deliver the top course for top students. Next one. And what are the admission requirements? The applicant must hold a 4-year bachelor in science or in the field of engineering. The English mother tongue is accepted, of course, for Indian students, there's no problem. And for application, there is a platform that is free. I repeat, the application is free. Please upload the candidature after the filter of TASIA on this platform. Please contact Mr. Rajiv in order to have some more information. So the fees are written here for 24 months. It is 18,000 euro for Indian students. Please take note that there are compulsory taxes that are about 300 euro per year. And there is an additional healthcare that is around 200 euro per year for additional healthcare cover and something like that. So I think, would you please go to the next one? The calendar. The calendar is very simple. We've got only one intake per year in October 3rd this year, and we make 2 semesters in ALES. Then we offer a second year, we propose a second year, and then during the second year, after the end, they make an internship that is a paid internship, 600 euros. And we've got the lodging at the university. It's a private student, private toilet, private bathroom at the university, and the accommodation is about 400 euro per month. So the student, they need to have the living expenses for the visa at the French embassy interview or about 7,200 euro per year for food and accommodation. Please take note that it's very difficult to have part-time job in France because of the fact that you have to work a lot for this Master of Science. So it's rather difficult to make a part-time job during studies. I think it's more or less the end of the presentation. Next one.
That's it, sir.
Yes. So in case of further requirements, I'm open for any questions based on the super help from Rajiv.
All right, sir. It was really great speaking with you, but I've got just a few questions which are actually similar And just to let you know, sir, but we've got about 3,500 people who have been who are watching us. So this is really great.
Yes.
Yes. You mentioned quite a few sectors, Professor Gillies,
Yes.
and you belong to one of such sectors in the damage control. You head the master's division there. What are the other factors that you feel will drive French study abroad? You have anything to say?
Yes, I think that the economy and let's say the business sector, yes, the business and the economy sector, the administration sector is also growing. We are a small country comparing to India, but we are a very centralized country if I compare to India. So due to this heavy, the huge administration, there is a clear demand of competence, but which are really Europe oriented. So I may say that it's rather difficult for Indian students to integrate this sector easily.
Right, sir. I think the other question you already pre-answered, so I'm not going to repeat that for you. Thank you so much. And
Thank
I'm
you.
sure you enjoyed the session, although it was a quick and short session, but I'm sure you enjoyed it. We see you
Wonderful.
soon sometime in future, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.